Well, welcome to the 2026 Cosma Cup, coming to you from Palanga in Lithuania. And you join us just as we see the presentation of the men's long jump, which will be the very first event to get underway. We've also got starting very shortly the men's discus and the women's pole vault. In fact, we've got 5 field events for you during the course of the next 2 and 3/4 hours. And we're going to have about 14
geriausius, galima sakyti, Lietuvos lengvaatlečius, kurie rengiasi ir Europos čempionatas Birmingeme rugpjūčio 10-16 dienomis. Na ir žinoma, šiandien mes pamatysime nemažai varžybų, nemažai sportininkų, kurie yra ir dalyvavę olimpinėse žaidynėse. Tai yra 130 sportininkų iš 27 šalių. Sporto karalienė atvyko į Palangą. Palangoje šiandien mes visą tai išsiaiškinsime, pamatysime tikrai ne vieną rungtį. Jeigu kalbėtume apie tai, kas mūsų laukia, tai moterų varžybose 100-200.
6th in the Olympic Games back in 2016, 6th in the World Indoor Championships in 2022.
400 metrų, tai po 1500 metrų šuolis į tolį, ieties metimas ir disko metimo. Šiandien komentuosime dviese visą šį įvykį. Aš Giedrius Vaitkevičius, sporto komentatorius, ir taip pat Arnas Gabrėnas, buvęs bėgikas, bėgimo treneris. Sveikas, Arnai, ir apskritai, ko tu tikiesi, kiek tai yra ypatinga ši šventė, vis dėlto tai yra fantastiškos varžybos Lietuvoje.
And to look out for amongst the local jumpers, Marius Vadaikis, 799 in 2025.
Tikrai nemažą kiekį olimpiečių, labai aukštą meistriškumo sportininkų iš visų pasaulio kraštų, iš 6 žemynų, iš 27 šalių.
Wonderful blue stadium in Palanga, and if you're wondering where Palanga is, well, it's right on the Baltic coast. Not a big town. It's a population, looking it up earlier, of just over 18,000, but it is a very well-known town just simply because it's a wonderful Baltic resort, and it's got about 3 kilometers of sandy beaches out there. Well, they've imported some of that sand and filled up the long jump pit here. 10 men getting ready to go. There's Emiliano Lassa. The first man will be Alexis Galitis, Latvian. We've got a lot of Latvian competitors in this year's Cosma Cup. This is the 2nd year on the calendar for this event. Last year it was held in Kaunas, and this year it's moved to Palanga. Palanga, though, does host most of the top Lithuanian events. Last year's national championships, for instance. So the first man to go, Alexis Galitis. A good start from Galitis, now 20 years of age. Completes for the Kudigas club, just over the border in Latvia. And indeed, I was looking through the start list earlier. There's quite a number of his clubmates who've come here to this competition, which is a World Athletics Continental Tour bronze meeting, part of a summer of live streams of World Athletics Continental Tour silver, bronze and challenger meetings on the European Athletics digital channels. Got over 30 meetings. So I can tell you 7:12 for Galitis to start. Ramūnas Kleinauskas from Lithuania. Just taking his time, just checking. Does, of course, have a minute in which to complete his jump. Just waiting for the red flag. We have a short hiatus while there's a presentation for local athletics figure. And now he's ready to go. Well, weather at the moment, it's about 16 degrees in Palanga, so good conditions for jumping and sprinting. And indeed, most of the track events are sprints, although we do have quite a classy 1500 metres, men's 1500 metres in there as well. And that's at around the 7:20 mark. That's prowling around. I can tell you, it doesn't look like we're going to have on-screen captions, but that was 7:32.
Dėl nugalėtojo titulo ir tai informacija žiūrovams, kad varžybų formatas yra toks, kad visi dalyviai atliks po 3 bandymus ir 3 papildomus bandymus gaus tik 3 geriausius sportininkai. Tai varžybų formatas toks, kad pamatysime visus dalyvius.
So it's the turn of Samuel Eklund, 22-year-old Swede. Best of 7:62. And that could well be, if it's given as a legal jump, just waiting to see whether it's a red flag or not. Judging from his expression, no, it is a foul. But it was certainly a long jump. Might well have been a little bit over the board. This wall. There. Just reflecting on the fact that it's a pretty decent jump. Wall improved to 7:75 indoors. Took second in the Swedish Indoor Championships. Set an outdoor best of 7:66 last month as well. So he's in good shape at the moment. Wall, 23 years of age. That's around the 7:50 mark, but once again, I think it's a red flag. Well, the red flag hasn't gone up, so it's legal. We're not really able to see the board, but it probably was very close to what used to be called the plasticine. Now it's just the foul line, really. So Wall, try and keep you up to date with what's going on. Wall got a jump of 7:47 in. So Very useful opening effort from Nicholas Wall. Agiedas Skelkunskas. Quick in, chopping a little bit. Probably around the 7:30 mark. Skelkunskas, second in last year's Lithuanian Championships. His best of 7:69 came 3 years ago. 2023, now 25 years of age. And he jumped 7:31. So now, Emiliano Lassa. As I said, some very good placings at major international competitions. 6th at the 2016 Olympic Games. 6th as well, 2022 World Indoor Championships. Long jump finalist in 2017 in London. Pan American Games bronze medalist on 2 occasions. Now 36 years of age. Perhaps in the twilight of his career. Might find jumping over 8 meters a struggle, but he's still jumping very consistently around the mid to high 7s. And that's about 7.5 meters. Came 3rd in the recent Ibero-American Championships in Lima with 7.88 Lassa. As we now look at the discus lineup, 8 men in this lineup, and it's a good lineup as well. So, Mazidas Poris, part of the training group, includes Martina Selekna, who you're going to see very shortly. He's a 57.83 man at best. Jesper Arlen, the Swede, not lined up in throwing order, but Arlen, 60 meters, 48 recently, personal best for him. Well, after that big build-up, Andrius Gudzius takes a bow. The man from Kaunas, 2017 world champion, 2018 European champion. Of course, his thunder slightly stolen these days by Mikola Selekna, who, very glad to see, returned to action yesterday, throwing over 70 meters in Estonia. Alin Alexandru Furfurica, very consistent throw for Furfurica. Winning Kaunas last year was 66.36, and he'll be aiming for something around that mark again. Martina Selekna, part of the famous discus throwing dynasty, including, of course, their father, Vasilia Selekna, one of the top throwers ever, along with his son, Martinez. Here's Claudia Romero, the Chilean, close to 70 meters last year, 69.65. Manuel Sousa, the penultimate man in the lineup, and finished off with Janos Husak of Hungary. Husak, a 64-meter man at best, so he'll have to be at his best to probably try and get a win here. Well, we don't have the men's 200 meters coming up for a little while. We'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. First action on the track comes up at the top of the hour, but we've got the women's pole vault as well coming up very shortly. Discus throwing in Lithuania, almost a national sport in the same way that the javelins love the javelin. It's the Finns who love the javelin. I think I said the javelins love the javelin, of course they do. Still carrying on with the long jump. So this is the very last man in the first round. Ishay Efremov, Israeli, fourth on the Israeli all-time list with his best from last year of 7.92. Israeli record is 7.99. No Israeli's ever jumped over 8 meters, so he's bearing on that, down on that. That mark of Joachim Halevi's has been on the books for about 15 years. Efremov at the moment. Looking forward to seeing him, I would imagine, at the European Championships in Birmingham coming up between the 10th to the 16th of August. And you'll be able to also see every minute of that on the European Athletics digital channels. So, it's Paudis starting. As a result. Opens with 52.19 as we move to Jesper Arlin. Arlin about 56 meters. Got the 55 and 60 meter markers out there, and we've got a line across at 65 meters. Shout as Andreas Gudzius is introduced to the crowd. Well, last year in Kaunas there was a great discus competition between Daniel Stoll, world champion, this man, Andreas Gudzius, and also Alin Alexandri Fafarika, who's in the competition as well. All three men threw over 66 meters, as did also Martinas Alekna. So, Gudzius, 35 years of age, big man at 2 meters tall, 130 kilograms. And that's bang on the 65 meter line to get things going. Yes, he's third on the all-time list behind the father and son duo of Martinas, I should say, Nicolas Alekna and his father Vasilius Alekna. Now, Feferica. Feferica coming off a good win in the Czech town of Kladno at the weekend, through 63.49. Just a bit further back, it was just over a week ago. That was his last outing. In fact, he's won his last 3 competitions for Feferica, so he's in a good form at the moment. This was given as a foul in the end. Marlin, 57.47. I can tell you Feferica's just been measured at 60.07. Paddy Romero. So just getting ahead of it. Martinez Alekna. Third last year was 66.03. Had a couple of outings and was in the Diamond League meeting in Shanghai Peshao last month. That was his last competition, bang on a month ago, through 59.89. No, 59.01. What can Romero do? Well, that's good effort. That's about 61 meters. In fact, it was better, 62.68 for Romero. And if you want to follow this competition with all the live results, go to the European Athletics homepage, scroll down, and under the one-day meetings list, you'll find a link to the results. So Claudia Romero throws a 2026 best of 62.68 and takes the lead. Souza drops down short. High angle of release. 60 meters on strength, almost strength alone. So a replay of it. The European qualifying distance in the discus. So, just below making the grade on the qualifying distance, but he's well positioned. He's 18th overall. 65.44 in Oklahoma recently. Sousa's looking at a trip to Birmingham in August at the moment. Now finishing off the first round, Janis Huszak. 55 metres. Zika, Sousa got 58.96. Competition hasn't really sparked into life just yet. Kushak 55.11 to finish the first round, leading after one throw. Claudia Romero 62.66. Federica Romania second at the moment, 67.07.
Tau duot vedėjus ar ne? Vedėjų nori ar ne?
First man into the circle. Nasvidas Poris. Foul for Puris. The circle goes Jesper Alin. Alin at the moment is looking at representing Sweden in Birmingham. He's qualified at the moment on the basis of world rankings. Thrown 62 metres this year, but to be on the safe side, probably wants to try and improve his best maybe to about 63.5. That won't do it, that's just over 55. Will be the man you've seen prowling around, Andreas Gudzius. Former world champion goes into the circle. He's got Claudia Romero's 62.68 to chase. Mark has done on many, many occasions. Now, will that take the lead? It's over 60 metres, I think, judging from this angle. It's difficult to tell whether it's closer to that 62-metre mark, 62.68 that Romero has got, that holds first place at the moment. 60.62. So applause for Alin Alexandru Feferica, under the famous Steaua Bucharest club, famous for its football, but also has an athletics division. It's already thrown 63.68 this year, Feferica. I think that's going to challenge for the lead. Feferica, second at the European Throwing Cup. We've seen a lot of Feferica. Competes very regularly. This is the 9th competition of the year. Started back in February, winning his domestic Winter Throwing Cup. I can't tell you very much from this angle. That was the reigning Lithuanian champion.
Šiuo metu Marius yra trečioje pozicijoje. Pirmasis bandymas buvo 7 metrai 46 centimetrai ir tai yra geriausias sportininko rezultatas. Laukiame, koks buvo antrasis šuolis.
.745 for Vidaikis, looking at my commentator information system. You see it, unfortunately, but Wall has extended his lead. Jumped 774, Wall. Kapalus of Greece. 12 for him, slight improvement on his first round, 705. Now, Raklavicius, 723 in his first round. Breeze mainly in the jumpers' faces. Just looking down my system, lots of negative wind readings, so they're having to work really hard running into that breeze that you can see just behind you, helping sway the branches of the trees behind you. So this is second attempt for the Lithuanian. That was around 7 meters. That's not going to improve things for Raklavicius. Third in last year's Lithuanian Championships, and now 27 years of age, the man from Vilnius. 740 indoors this year. That was an indoor best. It was an outdoor best of 749. 2022. .718 for Raklavicius. From 25 in the first round, down on what he's capable of. From off. Oh, 29 years of age. Went to the European Championships in Rome 2 years ago. Didn't get out of qualifying on that occasion. Hoping to do a little bit better in Birmingham. Soon he goes. He should do. 6.99 we saw very, very quickly there on the scoreboard. So in the third round of the discus now, Gudzius. Powell in the first round, 60-62 for Gudzius. Is Alexis Gelitis. Just over 7 meters for Gelitis. 7.17 is best from the previous round. So now finally, Gudzius. Oh, that's a good effort from Gudzius. It's very close to the 65-meter line, about 64 meters. Well, Gudzius, 63.02. I can tell you that Romero through 66.70 in the second round. Leads the way. Furfarica. That's around the 55 meters mark. He's not happy with that. The lineup of the women's pole vault. Two to look out for. One of them is this woman, Norwegian record holder, 4.73. Set that in Dusseldorf last year at the Flight Circus. This year's event at the weekend. That's year's 4.73 performer. But this woman, tall, thin, alongside Retzius at the far end of the group of athletes, Vilma Heldala. Perhaps better known under her maiden name of Vilma Murto, but she started competing under a married name. 2022 European champion. Romero, improvement for Romero after that outstanding effort in the second round of 66.70, which leads the way by over 2 meters from Martina Selekna. That was a foul. Now, Nicholas Wall, 7.74, outdoor personal best for the Swede. It's 1 centimetre shy of his personal best, which was set indoors. And he leads the way. quite sure that third round effort was as far.
Women's
pole vault just about to get underway, and very shortly, in about 6 minutes, we've got the first track action. Gas. 769 man at best. Gas. That personal best dates back to 2023. Now, Emiliano Lassa, the 1.8-meter man in this field, as you say, now 36 years of age. Perhaps in the twilight of his real top competitive career. It's a white flag. That was a foul. It looked like it, but I wasn't quite sure. Emiliano Lassa has just improved to 7.56, so he's second at the moment behind Nicholas Wall, the Swede. So Marius Vadakis, 7.42 in the last round. Oh, that's a good effort from Vadakis. That's around the 7.60 mark. That'll be an improvement, and he likes it. He was quick on the board. It looked right as he was going down the runway. He managed to hit the board squarely. It's taking a little way to come through. But I can tell you, 7.60.
Atletikos sporto klubų Cosma varžybos įsibėgėjo. Geroji žinia iš disko metimo sektoriaus top trejetuke tarp trijų geriausius rezultatus demonstruojančių sportininkų. Net du mūsų tautiečiai lietuvaičiai pripažinimą pelnė ir savo titulais tikrai abejonių nepaliekantis. Antrasis žengė Martynas Alekna, trečias Andrius Kučius. Rikiuotės priekyje svečias iš Čilės Claudio Romero.
So Elise Kudalite, only woman in this competition taking the opening height of 380. Just getting herself sorted out. So, Andreas Gudzius going into the circle for a third time. Yes, third place at the moment with 63.02, but that looks better. Still Claudia Romero leading the way. Martina Selecta second. Those two men 66.70, 66.28. Down close to the 65-meter mark. Only Claudia Romero, the Chilean, has been over it so far. We'll see him in 2 throws' time. There he is. Quick glance of the Chilean in, I think that will be the national strip, the red top. Before him, we've got Feferica. Just overtaken Feferica. A bit of an improvement for Feferica. Gudzius got 61.72 with his last throw.
Bandymui ruošiasi Martynas Alekna. Sutikime, pasaulio čempionato 7-osios vietos laimėtojas.
Ir ruoštis Martynas Alekna atliks savo įmetimą, nes netrukus pristatysime 100 metrų bėgimo distancijos dalyves moteris. Štai taip, jūsų plaimai Martynas Alekna.
We switch back to the pole vault.
Bėgimo take prie starto linijos. Pasitikinę 100 metrų distancijos. Pirmojo bėgimo
Katarina
dalyvės.
Nidek.
Airijos čempionė 60 metrų rungtyje. Sara!
Nidek, a 4:35 vaulter. Hails from Krakow.
Praėjusiu metu
over that.
Italijos čempionato prizininkė.
As have been Sara Winberg and Sandra Alvaro, the two Swedes who have come to vault in Palanga.
2024 metų Afrikos žaidynių prizininkė 200 metrų rungtyje. Nataka Ngoya Akamabi.
Saw a little bit of her earlier. Into second attempts. Elza Kudalite. Maya Shamot, Rugile, Miklakute, Benny Retzius and Vilma Hetela having all passed this height. They're coming a bit higher. I expect we won't see Retzius until around 440. And probably that's around the height that we'll see Vilma Hetela coming in. But now, we switch away from the field. 3 field events going on at the moment. And the very first track action, which is the 100 meters first race. First of 2 races, and then the very last event of the program coming up just before 7 o'clock Central European time, 8 o'clock local time is the... Well, I do apologise, we're having a little bit of a technical problem in Lithuania. We'll bring you right up to date with that. So Amanda Obergiaku looking well pleased there. I think it was her that took the win. Just waiting for a replay. So this is Elsa Kudalite in the pole vault. It's over 380 at the second time of asking. Taking the time to get prepared. Kudalite finished second in the National Championships last year, now 21 years of age, as we switch over to the discus. And Andreas Gudzius, just shy of the 65-meter line. Gudzius, 63.02, his best in the third round. Let's have a look at it again. Now I'm seeing that was given a red flag. So Gudzius stays in third place. It's 63.02. There's the lineup for the second race in the 100 meters. Switch across the track. 7 women in this race. On the inside, Greta Saloriuti. She's broken 12 seconds this year, so she's going to be battling here against some of the classier women. Neda Lasaskaite, member of the Cosma Club, the promoting club, so I'm sure she's got friends and family here. Next to her, Aymara Nazareno. Third in the South American Championships back in 2023, the Ecuadorian. Has a best of 11.16. Very classy runner. Alongside her, Alexandra Piotrowska. Hails from Gdansk in Poland. 7th in last year's European Under-23 Championships. That's a best of 11.34. Anna Kosisz, third in the 2023 European Under-23 Championships. And she ran a Hungarian national Under-20 record of 11.38. On the outside, 2 Lithuanian runners, another Cosma Club athlete, Emma Marciulanite, and on her outside, Evelina Savakaite. Savakaite, never broken 12 seconds, better known as a 200-meter runner. So they settle from the blocks. 4 Lithuanians in this race. International athletes in lanes 4, 5 and 6. Nazareno from Ecuador, Piotrowska of Poland and Kosisz of Hungary. Well, Nazareno away very quickly, chased down by Kosisz. That was a good one too. Third place on her outside. Piotrowska also featuring as well. 11:46 unofficially. Although Nazarano, just a question of getting through to the final later on tonight. And well, that's well within her capabilities. Slightly quicker than the previous heat, which was won by Emma Rupsite at 11:48. It's the three women who've certainly qualified for the final later on. This is the Lithuanians, almost a relay team. That race again. Nazarano from 20 metres into the race, started going through the gears, sprinting very comfortably. On her outside, Piotrowska coming through, and Koshis one lane further to her outside, doing very well indeed. Long jump, Marius Vadakis. Consistent third round best of 760. Looks like a foul for Vadakis. That's 7:59 as well in the previous round, in the fourth round. Nicholas Wall, and there he is, the Swede, just stripping off. Great jump of 7:72. Just had the gentlest of breezes on his back in the second round. Just 1 centimetre shy of his lifetime best, which came indoors. Of age, hails from the Hammarby club. He's not got much international experience, did go to the European Under-23 Championships last year and didn't get out of qualifying. Rather disappointing 7:15 in Bergen. Looking to do better during the course of this season. He's already been pretty consistent. Competitions, 7:66, 7:42. And now 7:74, so quite consistent in the mid to high 7-metre range. Rhythmic clapping from the crowd. I'll tell you that competition is just 3 men. Taking their final 3 jumps. Mariana Nasser, I'm seeing, has retired after finishing third with 7:56. So this just now a head-to-head between Vadakis and Wall. Gudzius going into the circle for the last time. Oh, that's a great effort from Gudzius. It's over 65 metres. The former world champion over the line in the infield for the first time. Still behind Claudia Romero's leading mark of 60-70. That's not going to top that. Frustration from Gudzius as he finishes off with 65-60. He's not going to win this year. Last year he had to give way to Daniel Stoll. And this year it's looking as though it's going to be Claudia Romero who takes the plaudits. Unless this man Alin Alexandre Fofarica can find something, dig deep, produce one of the best throws of his life. Well, that's not a bad effort at all from Fofarica. That may well be a season's best. Looks close to 65 meters. And we switched over to the pole vault just to bring you up to speed. Fofarica 64.14, so he moves up to 4th place, just behind this man, Martinas Alekna. Oh, that's over 65 meters. No, well, I was going to say that, but it's dropped right on the 65-meter mark. Might not quite be good enough to overtake his compatriot and regular rival, Andrius Gudzius. Maybe the former world and European champion can hold on to 2nd place. Now, I'm going for the conventional competition rules of reversing the throwing order in the final round. So they're going with the same throwing order that they had in the first part of the competition. Which means that Claudia Romero will be the next into the circle, but there'll still be Emmanuel Souza and Janusz Huszak to come. We switch back to the track now. So this is the men's 1500 meters, and perhaps one of the best track events of the afternoon. So, 8 men in this race, the men's 1500 meters.
Viskas gerai, moteris dar nebėga, pirmą vyrukus pastatė. Teisėjo paklausė.
So leading the way, the pacemaker, Ralph Dozens, in from Latvia. We've got in this race, Edna Taras, 6th in the European under 2800 meters back in 2021. He comes from Turkey, best of 3:39.71. James Gormley, the Irishman, Great Britain, switched over in 2024, best of 3:36.25. Seamus Bertsius, 42 national title Lithuanian record holder at 1500 meters, a mile and 3000 meters. He's a 3:36 man. And then Thomas Moorcroft, Australian. Moorcroft, of course, a great name associated with middle and long distance running, but that turns the clock back about 45 years. A 3:39.51 man. And we've got Lithuanians, Gedrius Valsinicius, Nikita Bogdanovs coming in from Latvia, and also getting a run out, the Australian, Kidon Tibals. So it's the big four that we'd expect up there, all behind the pacemaker, Rafa Dozens. So it's the Turk, Aras, tucked in behind the pacemaker. Behind them, Moorcroft, Gormley, and Bertasius. Through. Down the back straight for the last time, and it's the Turk working hard. Looks like Bertasius. This could well be a personal best for the Turk, keeping close eye. No on-screen clock, I'm afraid to say. Big shouts for Bertasius. Coming through very strongly. .3:44.27. So a little bit behind what we were hoping for. I think the men, key men, had come here looking for a sub-40 time. Nothing too dramatic in this era of Diamond League races being won in sub-30s. A good one for Seamus Bertasius. So his national record of 3:36.88 last year in Leuven. Now 32 years of age. Recently set a 3-kilometre record as well. So he's in good shape. Congratulations for Bertius as we look at a replay there. Pulling away on the back straight. This stage is coming into the back straight before starting to stretch out. Really coming into his own in the last couple of years, Bertius. Takes a win, no doubt, in front of family and friends. The discus has wrapped up. Another excellent throw from Claudia Romero of 65.37. So in the end, 3 throws over 65 meters, culminating in a second round at best of 66.70. Confess that Lithuanian, I can do several European languages, but Lithuanian, unfortunately, I'm not fluent in. Nevertheless, good one from Bertius. Having a few technical problems. No on-screen prox Adley. Bertius coming through in 3:44.27. Nobody at Aras. Behind him in 3:45.79. So that 1500-metre race sadly didn't quite produce what we were expecting in terms of the 3:40 time. It's the women's 1500 metres on. Off now. The Lithuanians, Miglė Pulvanakute, Gabija Kasnavikute, Egla Vaitoleviskute. Promising Latvian, Amanda Radava in there. Radava. Last month, set a personal best of 4:21.01. She's at New Mexico College. We've got Marine Coppins, Belgium, Lucy Holmes of Ireland, Auska Linkute, and another Lithuanian, Alina Gumarova and Filiska Feminaite, completing the 9-woman field. It is Radava at the front. She's taking them out. No pacemaker in this race. The Lithuanian record holder Gabija Galvadaitaida, who set a Lithuanian record at 3:59.74 in the Shanghai Ekwa Diamond League meeting last month, but it's Radava pushing. Now Holmes just taking the lead. 2 laps to go in the women's 1500 metres. There as well, Marine Coppins of Belgium. So just 4 women really in contention for this win. Still Holmes leading the way. Come in just over 500 metres to go. Radava starting to look a little bit tired, just slipping back. A busy collegiate season. Coppin in the pink top, tucked in there. Belgian improved her personal best to 4:21.59 just 11 years ago in Ordingen. Very good early season festival of distance running predominantly. And it is Coppins who goes around her. Coppins now heading to the front, really laying down the gauntlet. Holmes hasn't thrown in the towel yet though, the Dublin City Harrier. 4:22.12 indoors this year, that's her personal best, and she's battling back. Radava's found another gear as well, really working hard, but the leading pair, Holmes and Coppins. Coming into the bend for the last time, just over 100 metres to go, and it's Holmes who's regained the lead, and she's heading into the home straight in front of Coppins, the Belgium. It's Ireland versus Belgium at the moment. Well, Coppins trying to battle back. Is she going to get Holmes on the top line? Holmes, though, pulling away once again. Might well be a personal best for Holmes. Difficult to tell. Time was showing on the infield scoreboard. Lucy Holmes. Good run from the Irish woman.
4 minutės 20 sekundžių ir 200-osios tokį laiką fiksuoja laiko matavimo sistema. Toks laikas įrašomas į varžybų protokolus ir asmeninį dosiją. Ir štai šiandieną pademonstruoja esantį nugalėtojos titulo. Ką galėjai, mes tęsime veikimą toliau ir visai vaikus čia.
Lucy Holmes, well, took up the lead in the middle stage of the race, was challenged by Coppin, who was standing there. They're just chatting, perhaps unpacking the race. Give you the results, hopefully, but won't be long before they come through. On the pole vault at the moment. Second attempt for Sarah Winberg of Sweden. No, brings the bar down. Winberg, 22 years of age, cleared 4:30 last year, so 25 should be, well, it's towards the upper ends of her current skill set, but it's certainly possible. Palanga of Lithuania has got over 4:10, so too Sandra Alvaro, Maya Shamot. Still to come in, Lena Vetsius and Vilma Hiltala. Getting ready now. We have 3 men's 200-meter races. First one, an all-Lithuanian affair. Fastest man in the field, it's Kostas Skrabelas. 21:15 man at best, but quite sure he's really in that sort of form at the moment. I was looking up his statistics beforehand. Just taking their time, settling into their blocks. Last year's national under-20, national second placer in the 100 metres. Just waiting for the men to strip off and get under orders. A couple of minutes to go. Now they're under starters' orders. There's the man on the inside, Aminas Estakas. There's the lineup. Personal best of 22:35. It's 3 to 8. Lane 4. Anas Ainarias. 17 years of age, Matas Janarauskas in lane 5. We saw there Kostas Skrabelis. Kostas inside in lane 6. 21.15, man at best as I mentioned. Lane 7, Augustinas Aliotoviskius from Kaunas, and on the outside, Davidas Josias. Nobody in this field has broken 21 seconds. Plenty of men in the next couple of races who have. It's the first 200 metres of the year for Skrabelis. As I say, the fastest man in the field. Personal best of 21.15 though, coming back in 2018. Being called back. Skrabelis now 33 years of age. Into the European Under-20 Championships back in 2011. Part of Lithuanian relay teams in international competitions, including last year's European Team Championships. Janarauskas given a warning. No red card, he's not disqualified. Just about settling in his blocks, I think. He's the second fastest man in the field with the best of 21.79. Quite windy out there, as you can hear. So Lithuanian first of 3 200 metres. Keep your eyes on lanes 5 and 6, Janarauskas and Skrabelis. Once again, they're called back. Just gives me time to confirm that great women's 1500 metre race, Lucy Holmes won in a personal best of 4:20.01, and Marine Coppins followed her home, also a personal best for the Belgian at 4:20.57. Amanda Radova just outside her best in third. The Latvian 4:24.44. So good race that, really entertaining race that. Women's 1500 metres and 2 personal bests for Holmes and Coppins of Ireland and Belgium respectively, the first 2 women home. So keeping an eye on this first of 3 races in the men's 200 metres as they settle into the blocks again for the 3rd time of asking. Skrabelis, who is disqualified, as you can see. Lane 5 is empty. Just wondering whether anybody else is going to get disqualified this time. Cameraman's gone to Benorius in lane 4. The young 17-year-old. There's a bit of inexperience, perhaps. Judges come across to the sprinters just yet. No cards being waved. Scrabulous being eliminated. This makes this a wide open race. It's the favourites, the man in lane 5, Janarauskas. Latvian, just doing some strides to warm down the back straight while the 200-meter men are there, taking your pulse. Line up again. We're down to 5 men. From lane 3, Stokas, Vainorias, Janarauskas. Lane 6 is empty. LTU Vicious in lane 7 and Yossius in lane 8. No, he hasn't been disqualified. I thought he was missing there, so we do owe him an apology. Kostas Skrabulus is very much in contention in this men's 200 meters, and it is in fact Josias on the outside who was disqualified. To their marks for the 4th time of asking. Taking their time getting this race underway. Finally, they are away, and away cleanly at the 4th time of asking. And it's the man on the inside, Sestoskas, who's running well at the moment. Also, Skrabulus. Skrabulus just has the edge over Janarauskas on his inside. Skrabulus starting to fade, and it's Janarauskas who comes through. Wind reading is on that. Janarauskas, Matas Janarauskas gets the verdict. He's 19 years of age. Better known perhaps as a 400-meter runner. Took the Lithuanian indoor 400-meter title this winter, his first national title. Look at that race again. Janarauskas, the man all in black in the centre of your picture, improved his personal best to 21.79. Can't tell you whether he's gone faster than that in this race just yet. Hopefully we'll be able to very shortly, but it was a good run from Janarauskas. Skrabulus pressing him all the way down the home straight. Janarauskas just holds his form that bit better and comes through very late in the last 15 metres. Put half a metre between himself. Skrabulus and Bilotasius on his outside in lane 7, who came through strongly. Results just taking a little while to filter through. Wind reading is, so let's have a look at a bit of pole vaulting. And this is Maya Shamot. Well, still 5 women in this competition. We lost Sarah Winberg. We saw her fouling for the first time of asking at 4:25. Maya Shamot over 4:25 at the first time. This is 4:35. Unfortunately, the lack of on-screen graphics makes this rather a difficult competition to follow. I hope you're enjoying it and keeping up. Well, I think she's just waiting for the wind to drop, getting a bit of help there from Retzius, the Norwegian, who just came in at the last height, cleared 4:25, no problems. Shamot, so last year's under-23 championship, didn't make it beyond the qualifying rounds. It's better at World University Games in Bochum when she finished 10th. She's improved her personal best this year, finished 2nd at the Polish National Championships indoors at 4:35 and has also cleared 4:30 outdoors this year already. Well, so this is the second of 3 races in the Felix Jahn, 24 years old, from Germany, the one international competitor in this race, alongside the man on his inside, Artur's Pastor. Jahn from Frankfurt, broken 21 seconds on 3 occasions. His personal best of 20:93 last year in Regensburg. On his outside, Alcis Manton, 21 years of age. Second fastest Anton, 21:27, and on the outside, Vasiliauskas. So 5 men in this race. Just very quickly tell you that the winning time in the first race, Jana Rauskas, 22:15. And the wind was 0.1 meters per second, so not much help on their backs there. As we look at the second race. Klupaila, Lithuania. Pastors, Latvia. Jahn, Germany. Manton, Lithuania. And Vasiliauskas of Lithuania on the outside. Well, it's Jahn being challenged by Manton on his outside and running well. Pastors. Suddenly Pastors went through the gears. Jahn clawing back the deficit though, and he's just managed to edge past him on the line. So that's Germany and Latvia, 1 and 2. Felix Jahn, Artur's Pastors. .21:52 unofficially, using my eagle eyes and seeing the infield clock. So no personal best there. Pastors not far outside of it though. Good run from the Lithuanian. Now 25 years of age. The Latvian who finished 2nd. So Manton in lane 7 got a good start, as did Pastors of Latvia. At this stage, Pastors clear lead by the best part of a metre, but Jahn hunts him down. And with 5 metres to go, gets past his Latvian rival and takes the win. So, Miklakaite. Brings the bar down for the first time at 4:35. Miklakaite versus Lenny Retzius. The Norwegian record holder with 4:73, set last year in Dusseldorf. Regions, of course. Very good in the men's vault with the Ronson twins. In addition to Retzius, there's also Kitty Fay as well, who's vaulting very well for Norway. So, a couple of Norwegian vaulters coming through. Retzius, 3 weeks ago, second in the Nordic Championships with 4:50. Brings the bar down there this time. First sight of Hilma Heltala. Switch over to the presentation of the women's triple jumpers. Hoping we can get back and see a recording of Heltala's effort. Waiting until this presentation's over of the women's triple jump. We'll bring you up to speed with what's going on in the women's triple jump a bit later. Well, I can tell you that Heltala cleared 4:35, her opening height. Everybody else, Miklakaite, Retzius, Shamot and Alvaro, unfortunately all failed at their first attempt. Look at the men's javelin throwers as well. To give you a rundown of the 7 men competing. Vicius of Lithuania, member of the Cosma Club. And three Lithuanians, Martins Kaudza, Christian Suntash and Patrick Galliums. Also got Mata Horvath and Georgi Herschel of Hungary. There's Galliums. And finishing off that lineup, I'm sure he's going to get a few cheers, Edis Matsavicius. We're all over the place, and it is the men's race in the 200 metres. Truskauskas battling down the home straight. It's Truskauskas and Grava, Latvia versus Lithuania, but it is the Lithuanian record holder, Gibeninas Truskauskas, who gets the win there. National record holder with 20:48. Dates back to 2021, which is set in Eisenstadt. And mentioning that Austrian meeting, we've got that coming up on the European Athletics live stream as well on the 1st of July. It's become very much a fixture on our international streaming calendar. Good race there between Oskars Grava on the inside lane in lane 5 and Gibeninas Truskauskas, now 28 years of age, in lane 6, the Lithuanian. They're in good shape at the moment. Set a personal best of 20:63 in Ordegan just 11 days ago. Beaten out on this occasion, I think, subject to confirmation by his Lithuanian rival, Gibeninas Truskauskas. Still got 2 races in the women's 200 meters to come. So great race coming into the home straight. And it's Koskauskas pulling away. Really having to work hard for that win in the last 50 meters. This was Grava, to mention, starting to close down on a really ancient and venerable Latvian 200 meter record of 20:41, which has stood to Sergei Isakov since the '96 Olympic Games. So I'm wondering whether Grava can beat that this year. 2500ths to go, certainly well within his capabilities. $20.79 to Koskauskas. Oskars Grava, $20.89. They're on distant third. Keniemi Tiana Ajay, $21.15. Oh, we've got some results. There you go. So we've got 3 field events going on at the moment. 3 very good field events, it has to be said as well. Here's the men's javelin. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that with Edis Matsavicius throwing. First man to throw. Well, we've seen a couple of throws already. This is Mate Horvath. Vicious just launched his javelin out to 63.09 for a personal best. Horvath, he's got a personal best of 76.19. Drops down at around the 65-meter mark. Pulled up the 65-meter tape that was there for the discus. Meters, 69.54. So the second of 3 Latvians in this competition. Krišjānis Suntaš. That's got the wrong one there. I'm pretty sure that's not Grigory Hertzog. Oh, maybe it is. Grigory Hertzog. European under-20 record holder. Second best under-20 thrower of all time with 84.98. And also coming Eisenstadt back in 2023. Bit of an outlier, that's his only throw ever over 80 metres, but he's been pretty consistent in the mid to high 70s. Won the European under-20 title back in 2023 as well. To throw over 84 metres for that. Patrick Skylums. Seventh at the 2022 and 2024 European Championships. Best of 84.05 coming in 2023. It's good to see Golums back. Knee surgery at the end of 2024. Missed the whole of 2025. Golums just feeling his way back towards top-class competition and long distances. That's maybe at around the 70-metre mark. Souza dos Santos, 5 times Brazilian national champion, indoors and out. Won the Ibero-American title just 3 weeks ago. It's a best of 14:31. Leading competitor in this field, it's Diana Zaganova, Lithuanian record holder, but she's the woman on form without a doubt. Well, we've already had one Ibero-American champion from those championships in Lima win today. That's Claudia Romero in the discus. See if there can be a bit more South American influence here on the Baltic coast in Lithuania. First attempt for Gabriela dos Santos. And it's daylight on the board, fairly solid, but I think that's probably around 1360, there or thereabouts. Long way behind the board. So bringing the first round to a close. Davila Kilty, married to the former world 60 metres champion, Richard Kilty, now a very respected coach. Won the European Under-23 title back in 2015. Still jumping well. That's around 1340, 1350. Leading away at the moment, to Lisbeth earlier. Celsia Candido, Souza's teammate, 1344. I just see on my monitor, Kilty overtaking her at 1353. Start. Second round. It's a good day. 18 years of age. Comes from Kaunas. Personal best you saw on the screen there. 12:32, set indoors this year, back in January. Hasn't been to any major international competitions. She could potentially be off to Rieti in Italy for the European Under-18s coming up between the 16th and the 19th of July. Won't be at all surprised to see her there. Just over 12 metres, I think. Talented athlete, should just get better with age. Going to the European Under-18s will be a fantastic learning experience for Sakute. From a coach. Lithuania, decent group of athletes. Of course, the likes of Zaginova, 29, and Deville Kilty, 30, 32, 33. I'd have to check. Kyla Woods, the American. Woods, personal best set earlier this year of 13.82. Personal best 13.82 only last month in Florida. That was about 6 weeks ago. April 12.96. The second attempt for Woods. Really sparking into life just yet. Woods best from the first round, 12.99. First of two races in the women's 200 metres. Settle down. Just to give you the lineup. Full lineup with these 6 women in the first of 2 races in the 200 metres. 2 Latvians on the inside lane. 18-year-old Beata Bulka and even younger 17-year-old Eva Malnaka. Then we move on to the inside. Amanda Obejiaku. Obejiaku may not have taken a place because she'll be in the 100 metres final a bit later. Afile Yonaskaite, Sarah Leahy and Emma Nasiolonite. Lithuanian from Cosma Cup. Yonaskaite, 23.82 to her name, just 100 set faster than Malnaka in lane 3. Here's Malnaka, who's running very well at this stage, starting to close down on the women on her outside. Yonaskaite also having a good run at the moment as well, and it is Yonaskaite who enters the home straight in the lead. Sarah Leahy, at the moment, a 200-metre runner, running well. Caught napping around the bend, but Malnaka comes through for a very good win. 17 years of age. She was 4th in last year's European Youth Olympic Festival in North Macedonia. I'm just wondering whether she can move up a gear and get amongst the medals at those European Under-18 Championships that I've mentioned coming up in Rieti next month, where, just to give it a plug, you can see every single minute on the European Athletics digital channels. There'll be masses of social media content to go with it as well. Palanga started well. Around that second 50 metres, she sort of eased off very slightly. It was the Lithuanian Skyte who took the lead, but then Palanga really changed gears down the home straight. Terrific performance from the young Lithuanian in that 200-metre race. Zaganova found her first attempt. National champion. Indoors and out at the triple jump. World University Games silver medalist in 2023. Under the Cosma Club, although she's wearing the club strip on this occasion. Well over 13 metres from Zaganova. Season's best of 13:39 came in Tenerife 3 weeks ago. I think that might be better. Not quite. 13:15 for Zaganova. So there's the results. 24:06 the winning time for Eva Malnaka. Less than 2/10 outside of her personal best. Question is, how many of these women are here? Because some of them will be competing in the 100 metres a little bit later, and it looks as though we have quite a few empty lanes. After this, 2 400-metre races for both men and women, as well as the women's 100 metres final. Just looking overhead, we are going to be missing quite a few athletes. So lane 4, we have Aino Pulkkanen. It's under 24 seconds this year. Best of 23:28. The Finn we were looking at in lane 4. Record holder at 23:01, and on the outside, Marlena Granashowska, athlete. So a rather depleted field for this third race in the women's 2 second race in this women's 200 metres. I wish we could have closed up those lanes. I feel for Pulkkinen, who is almost going to be running in a time trial around the first bend. Best of 23.28, which dates back to 2024. There's Natasha Ngoy, French-based athlete who represents Congo internationally. Member of the famous Stade Renoir 74 club. Congo record holder at 23.02. Not confused with DR Congo, who are playing the World Cup at the moment. Side Marlena Granaszowska, best of 23.22. Granaszowska. So, just 3 women in this field. I know Pulkkinen in lane 4, and then out to lane 7, Natasha Ngoy of Congo and Marlena Granaszowska in lane 8. Pulkkinen running a really strong bend. She's having to make up a lot of ground, and she's had sight of the 2 women outside of her. Ngoy battling away. There's 3 women almost abreast coming down the home straight. It is the Pole who gets there. Strong over the final quarter of the race. Finished second in her heat of the 100, so maybe we're going to see her in the 100 final as well. Certainly getting her money's worth from travelling to Lithuania, all the way from northern France. Straightforward win though for Marlena Granaszowska. With only 5 women in the first heat as well, I would have liked to have seen a bit of lateral thinking from the organisers. It would have been possible to have had all 8 women just in one race. Budzius? No, he was a triple jump coach. Really able to pass on some useful advice. The Cosma Club. Either over. I should say. Pronunciation 100% right. There's also Ron Budzius, a member of the Cosma Club. This is Kayla Woods. Not really firing on all cylinders. 12.99, 12.96 in her first 2 rounds. Let's see what her 3rd round effort brings. big throw in the second round. We're now halfway through the fourth from the Lithuanian Edis Matusavicius in the javelin. 83.65 from Matusavicius. Wonderful effort from the Lithuanian record holder. He leads by over 7 meters from Patrick's Galums. This is Orea Benyaskaite. 13.35 jumper at best, Benyaskaite. She just crumpled coming out of the hop there. Couldn't get into her second phase. Doesn't look as though there's any ankle or other major problem. Fortunately, she's walking without any problems, just a bit of technical difficulty. Brenda Absite, European under-18 champion in 2024 in Banska Bystrica, still the reigning under-18 champion, just 17 years of age. Will only lose that crown in Rieti next month. Yeah. 13.15 in the last round. Best of 13.52. Not a bad effort there from Naksita. Just waiting for her third round effort to come up. Oh, it's a good one. 13.47, one of the best jumps of her life from the 17-year-old Latvian. Saite. 14 meters, 14.08 her personal best. She's done indoors back in 2023. Last year's Lithuanian Championships behind Kilti and Zaganova. Stadium just 11 days ago. 13.55 on that occasion. Not quite there at the moment. 13.13, and that was a foul, that third round effort. Not the top 5 from last year's Lithuanian National Championships in this competition. Diana Zaganova. Best of 14.43, national record, set in the very hopeful conditions of the Swiss town of Chaudafond, towards the west of Switzerland. Not quite, but almost at altitude. It's something like 970 meters. Oh, that was a good effort. That looked as though that was going to go a bit further. The opening 2 phases were good. Couldn't quite manage to deliver a good jump at the end of it, and it turns out at about 13.30. Should be better than her second round, 13.15. Here, not too sure whether that was Zaganova or not. No, I think it's more likely to have been for Matsavicius, the javelin thrower. tell you it was 13:34 for Zaganova. Vicious. He's 18 years of age. Has improved by over 4 meters in this competition. Has improved his personal best at 63.09. He's had 2 other throws as well over 63 meters, so consistent, doing well. Competition, even though at the moment he's bringing up the rear in 7th place, he can feel very pleased with. He can play when he's a big personal best and followed that up with 3 more throws better than he'd ever been done before. Gets stripped off. The first of 2 races in the men's 400 meters. Quickest man in this field. Isisio and Gani. Saw a brief glimpse of him there. South African in lane 5. Personal best of 46.50. On paper, it should be between him and the man on his outside, Marcel Sylvester, the Hungarian, just 21 years of age, best of 46.62. It is Sylvester who's running hard over this first 100 meters and down the back straight. At the moment, the South African isn't showing as well at all. Makinyane, now Makinyane, starting to pull back the deficit, running a well-measured race. He's having a good run on the inside in lane 4. Astasolis. It's Astasolis in lane 4. Personal best of 47.46, and the way he's running at the moment might just get that. But then Sylvester coming through. So Sylvester takes the win. I'm just wondering whether it's a personal best, though, for the 21-year-old Lithuanian in lane 4, Edvardas Aukštahuilis. We'll be hosting Cosma Club. Aukštahuilis, 6th at this meeting last year, certainly has improved. Look like Sylvester heard his way around the track. There's the Hungarian. Just take your breath back. 62.62 Sylvester. 400 metres to come shortly. Just 20 years of age. A good run from him. Personal best indoors at 47.61 over 2 laps of the indoor track. Improved to 80.09. Wasn't immediately obvious that he'd thrown a big distance. As you can see, we don't have any bands out there. We've just got markers every 5 metres. Now, it is Matusavicius. Second round, 83.65. Looks like it might be around 70 odd metres. Not going to improve on his second round effort. He's just seen a challenge now from Patrick Galums. Galums will be pleased with that. That's his best effort since his injury. Then to 2024. Surgery at the end of 2024. Also got married as well. Bloom at the end of 24, and he did come through. It was hard work for Galums, but he did get 7th at the European Athletics Championships. Hopefully, with a few good performances behind him, start to feel a lot better and come back into his own and maybe challenge for a top 6 slot again. Bring it up to date. The results from that first of the day's 400 metres. Marcel Sylvester did win in 84.15. Seems as though the wind is picking up. It's clearly making life a little bit difficult for the men. Seven men in contention in the second race over 1 lap of the Palanga Stadionas, the Palanga City Stadium in Palanga, out on the Baltic coast. Quickest man, the British-based Ricardo dos Santos, Portuguese international, in lane 5. He's got 45.14 to his name. Keep an eye though for Omar El Khatib. Saw El Khatib do extremely well at the European Clubs Cup in Castillon recently, taking his personal best down quite significantly to the mid-45s. It could be due another revision as well. Kasalainen of Finland, Plish Hungary, Sutkus Lithuania, Dos Santos Portugal, Nielsen Denmark, El Khatib of Portugal, and Steigerwald on the outside, who's starting to struggle in lane 8, the Hungarian. And it is El Khatib who's running extremely well, wearing his club colours of Sporting Club of Lisbon, famous club colours. Nielsen on his inside challenging, coming through really strongly, looking like the Hungarian. Plish, El Khatib gets back at him. I think it's El Khatib who gets the verdict there. Nielsen also ran a good race. El Khatib. I've been impressed when I've seen El Khatib. Been fortunate to see him a few times during the early part of this season. Now 24 years of age. Part of the Portuguese relay teams up until now, but he's starting to really make a name for himself on his own. Ibero-American title in 45-47. Just a few hundredths short of his personal best. Running regularly in the mid-45s. I think he's due another step up at some point in the near future, where he's going to take a few tenths off that, possibly break through to sub-45 territory. Then you start getting invites to Diamond League meetings once you've gone to sub-45. You start catching the attention of the meet promoters. So we're looking at the triple jump, overlaid with the start list of the women's first race of the 400 metres. This is Candido. Brazilian. Second in the recent Ibero-American Championships. She's leading the way here. Bounded out to 13.74. The lead in the last round, now in the fourth round. Like with the discus earlier, we're not reversing, we're not going down the usual competition convention of reversing the jumping order after 3 rounds, so we're just staying with the same jumping order. Quite often, the best will go last, and the least proficient, the first to jump or throw. The El Khatib's time very shortly. Just waiting for it to come through. As we look at the lineup for the first of 2 women's 400 metre races. It's got very much a Nordic feel to it. 2 Lithuanians, a Latvian or Norwegian, a Swede and a Dane. Can tell you, El Khatib, personal best, it's showing as personal best, it isn't, but 46.49. Disregard that, if you see it as a personal best. Nevertheless, good win for Omar El Khatib in the first of the men's, the best of the men's 400 metre races. This is the first of the women's. Vilakaite of Lithuania on the inside, Viksana Latvia, Van der Veen of Norway, Thor Dunder of Sweden, Buchwald Denmark, Skaite of Lithuania on the outside. Quickest woman, Van der Veen in lane 5, 22 years of age, Norwegian, 53.12 recently, and it is the Norwegian doing well. 2 women on the inside lane, rather getting left behind, but Van der Veen Good first half of the race, and the Norwegian at the front. Somewhat overshadowed, literally and metaphorically, by the tall Swede on her outside, Thor Dunder. And this is a real battle between them. Thor Dunder now edging in front. She's managed to get in front of Van der Veen, who's been battling all the way. Thor Dunder, well, not much in it at the end. Thor Dunder takes it. Under 54 seconds yet outdoors this year. Personal best of 53.56 coming from Stockholm last year. She was in the national programme at the Diamond League. 30 years of age. Start the fifth round in the women's triple jump, just to remind you. Alicia Candido leading the way with her third round, 13.74. This is Goethe Zakute, 17 years of age. 12.03 Zakute. It's best of 12.32.
Dedikuokime moterų trišuolio rungties dalyviams. Tai jos čia tikrai turi įspūdingą reginį. Greta tribūnų, dovanodamos savo didžiulės ambicijas ir tikrai nepažabojamas jėgas šiandieną čia.
Not a bad effort from her. Over 12 meters again. And I'm looking at my results screen and it's saying 12.05, so 2 centimetre improvement for Zakute. Coming in a bit late, that scorecard. Anyway, javelin. That's concluded. Sad that we didn't see more of that. It was good competition, I'm afraid. But we didn't see very much. It is Atu Savicius sending his javelin out to 83.65 in the second round. Patrick Galums, after throwing 83.09 in the fifth round, challenging Matt Savicius. Retired, didn't take his sixth round throw. Do hope he's all right because, as I say, he has been battling with recovering from a quite serious shoulder surgery back at the end of 2024. Missed all of last season as a very popular Latvian and is a very popular Lithuanian. Monoskaite, the Lithuanian record holder. 50.49, which she set back in 2012. On her outside, Janka Molnar. Elna Vesta, 7th in the European Under-23 Championships last year in Bergen, just over the border from Sweden. 52.32 her best, set last year in Madrid. So this is the penultimate track event. Still the triple jump going on. So from the inside, Emilia Torresson, Finland, 53.12 her best. Rebecca Bennett of Australia. Ketesi Ertsagard, personal best of 52.30 in Addis Ababa in April. Lithuanian record holder Modesta Modoskaite in lane 5. Janka Molnar, Hungary 6. Elna Vesta of Sweden 7. And on the outside, Adriana Jankovic Poltorak of Poland. Monoskaite hasn't been running sub-51s recently. She's really running around 2 seconds outside of her best, that national record. But still, in this sort of field, could well battle for the victory. Personal best, although was at altitude in Addis Ababa. It's looking as though it's Ertzegaard at the moment who's doing really well in lane 4, Norwegian. Ertzegaard and Monoskaite on her outside. Coming through really strongly around the bend, Rebecca Bennett. And it is Bennett and Monoskaite now who are battling away as the Norwegian ties up. Monoskaite just got the advantage at the moment. She's just going to get there in front of Bennett. Hugged between the two protagonists. Bennett and Monoskaite, but it is the local Cosma athlete, Modesta Monoskaite, the 12-time Lithuanian champion at various distances, who gets the win. Little plaque. There we go. Soon gets a husband. Nevertheless, congratulations. Smiles, perhaps one of the biggest smiles of the day. From Modesta Monoskaite. Of that race, and also just bring you up to date with what went on in the pole vault. All was wrapped up. Wilma Heltela won. Second time clearance at 4:50. But Regile Miklakute got over 4:35, took second place on countback from the Norwegian record holder Lenny Retzius. So 3 women over 4:35, topped by Vilma Heltia. Clearing 4 meters 50. So, the very last event on the track. Still the women's triple jump going on alongside the main stand as well. Still to be concluded. It's the women's 100 meters final. Women's triple jump in the 5th round. Just coming to a conclusion in the 5th round. So there's the lineup for the women's 100 meters. To look out for, I think, really, is Aymara Nazareno. Looked very good winning her heat. 45 was the quickest one. Lupsite of Lithuania in lane 3, the other heat winner from earlier, 2.5 hours ago. Triple jump leader though. Brazil. Good effort from Candido. Just wondering whether that may have even improved on a mark from earlier. Well, Candido leading the way with 13.74. Very good 13.65 in the last round. 4th round. This is the 5th round. Just waiting. 13.47 for her, so no improvement. She's had 3 jumps better than anyone else. Kilty, 13.53 in the first round is the next best. Now, Gabriel Sousa dos Santos, who beat Candido to that Ibero-American title in Lima last month, down in 4th place with 13.37. Stuttering start to a run-up, but gets into a stride. Drifts over to the left-hand side of the jumping area. I think that could be an improvement, but it's not going to take the lead. Apsite, the young Lithuanian, just 18 years of age, just 10 centimeters in front of Dos Santos at the moment in 3rd place with 13.47. Just waiting. I think it is an improvement, though. How much an improvement? 13.54. That overtakes not just Apsite, but Kilty and moves her into 2nd place. So the 5-time national champion, now 31 years of age, into 2nd place with 1 jump remaining. And she's got her compatriot, Regislesia Candido, 13.74 to aim at. This is Kilty. Just seen herself pushed back into 3rd place. Former European under-23 champion bails out. Doesn't feel right. Still 1 jump remaining for all the competitors, all 9 of the women. Once again, you would have expected perhaps the have been reduced to 8 after 3 rounds, so some would view this as a good thing, that everybody gets 6 attempts. But, just streamline the competition just a little bit, I think. So, Goethe Zakute improved to 12.05 in the last round. The 17-year-old Lithuanian, who I expect to see in action at those European Under-18 Championships coming up next month in Rieti, Italy. Famous venue. Between the 16th and the 19th of July. However, if you're enjoying this European Athletics live stream, we've got more action tomorrow, coming to you from Malaga. Another World Athletics Continental Tour bronze meeting. All the details on the European Athletics website. And lots of links as well to social media channels with plenty of content. Just over 12 metres, maybe a centimetre or 2 improvement. Not going to challenge the leaders, that's for sure. Over 1.5 metres down on Candido. Nevertheless, a decent outing from the young Lithuanian, who's got a best of 12.41. Sorry, my apologies. Not quite there, 12.32 from last year. Just wait for the result before I assume, having heard the whistle, we switch back to the 100 metres. 11.91. It's no improvement. She finishes 9th with a best of 12.05. Kayla Woods struggling a little bit. Best of 13.30. Woods has a best of 13.82. Got recently. Here we have the women's 100 metres final. Last event on the track. There's Nazareno, Ecuadorian. Very good winner of her heat earlier. But very comfortable. 11.16 her best, so she's by far the quickest woman in this field. Petrovska alongside her. The pole. 7th in last year's European Under-23 Championships in Bergen. All over the place with the lineup. This is Emma Rupsita. Rupsita winning well her heat. Rupsita, 37 last year, that was her personal best. She did that on this track, so she really likes it. The heats of last year's European Under-20s, the 21-year-old. 20-year-old just. So, Vigiaku, last year's European Under-23 semi-finalist. Well, slightly unconventional way of presenting it to the crowd. Let me give you the full lineup properly. Koksis of Hungary in lane 1. And then we go Obegiaku, Italy, lane 2, Rupsite, Lithuania 3, and Goy, the Congolese record holder, in lane 4, Piotrovska, Poland in 5, Nazareno, Ecuador, the Ibero-American champion, in lane 5. Lane 6, I should say, for the Ecuadorian, Leahy of Ireland in 7, and the very talented young Latvian, Jeva Malnaka in lane 8. Keep an eye on lanes 3 and 6. Rupsite and Nazareno. And Nazareno it is who's got in front, got the lead. She's been challenged by Piotrovska, but it is Nazareno. Nazareno takes the win. And in the end, that race went to form with Aymara Nazareno of Ecuador. And the 16 woman at her best. 2024, taking the win. That might be close to a personal best for Rupsite, 20-year-old Lithuanian. It's really come on this year. Rupsite, 37 personal best, and I think that might well be very close to it. Nice photo of all the 8 finalists all together in the end. Somebody's missing, not quite sure. Yes, somebody's missing. You see that at the end of a heptathlon, but thank you very much, very nice indeed. Big smiles from lots of people. Trying to work out which way to the dressing rooms. Nazareno, though, convincing winner in the end. Still waiting for the results to come through. Nazareno, great start. She was pressed by Piotrovska on her inside, wearing the yellow kit. Came through very strongly as well on the inside. Rupsite, who came through strongly. And there's the results, 11:47 for Nazareno. Not as good as I thought it was, as I say. Bit of a difficulty with no on-screen clock assessing what's going on. Of the triple jump, the last event to be concluded. There's a few more jumpers still to go. Nazareno gets her award for winning the 100 meters. (11:47) for Aymara Nazareno. Emma Rupsite, not quite as quick as the heats. 11:52 for the Lithuanian in second. And Alexandra Piotrovska, 11:54 in third in the women's 100 meters, with just the triple jump to be concluded. So going over. 4 women still to go. Over. 9 down in 5th place at the moment. 13.34. Needs to improve by 14 centimetres to overtake Brenda Seat. Latvian. European under-18 champion. In 4th place at the moment with 13.47. So, Palanga over. Six-times Lithuanian champion. So to share quite a lot of titles with Davila Kilty. 7 years ago, the European under-23 champion. 2023 to the World University Games silver medal. 12.92. No improvement for Saganova. She stays in 4th place. 5th place. Next up, Regislesi Candida. Leading woman in this competition. Put it together, I'm not sure that's better. But it was a decent jump. Unpacking what happened there. 13.60 I'm seeing on the scoreboard, which doesn't improve a lead. It's a great series from Candido. 13.44, 13.57, and then the big one, 13.74, 13.67, 13.47, and finishing on 13.60. Santos. Drone shots, so overhead shots. I have to say, I'm a little bit in the dark as to estimating what sort of distance that might be. I'll tell you whether it's a good or bad jump. She doesn't look overly impressed with it. $13.69 though. It's improved. Closes her down on Candido, but it's not quite enough. 5 centimetres shy. Indeed, given the count-back rules, she would have needed 6 centimetres to overtake Candido. Kilty. 13.53 at the moment, Kilty. 13.85 as a season opener in Riyadh last month. So she's got it there. It's in the tank. It's the very last jump of the competition. Can she snatch victory from Slayer Candido? The silver certainly not lacking in support of the crowd. Ooh. It's around 13.30, and she knows as well. That rueful look on her face saying everything. It's not going to be, I can feel very confident in saying that it's not going to be good enough, and there's confirmation. 13.27. So Davila Kilte finishes best of the Lithuanian contingent in the women's triple jump. Competition won by Celestia Candido with 13.74. There's confirmation of the results. Brazil 1 and 2, Candido 13.74. Dos Santos with that excellent finish, 13.69 in the last round. Davila Kilte taking the final place on the theoretical podium with 13.53. So that winds things up from the Cosma Cup 2026 from Palanga in Lithuania. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast of the World Athletics Continental Tour Bronze meeting. And we have another one tomorrow night coming to you from Malaga in the south of Spain. So we go from the Baltic to the Straits of Gibraltar. And as we look at Davila Kilte take her shoes off, it's time for me, Phil Minchell, to say good night. Join us again tomorrow.
Cosma Cup